Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about how the Democratic Convention is going and whether or not they're doing what they need to do for messaging. We'll also answer some of your questions about some quirks and about Bernie. First, the quirky question that confused a few people, the roll call passes. Harris got the nomination during a virtual roll call weeks ago. So when some states passed, it made a few worry that there was going to be some sort of protest vote. Nothing like that was going on. Alabama gave Delaware their turn. That's Biden's home state. California and Minnesota passed because those are the states Harris and Walz come from. It allows them to be a larger part of the celebration when they cast their votes later. Each state participated in their own way, playing music representing the state or having celebrities join the delegations. The big question is whether or not the Democratic Party is putting on the show we talked about, the one they needed to build more momentum. There was a lot of mystery about the convention in days leading up to it and questions about whether or not the Democratic machine would drop the ball on messaging. So, are they doing okay? It looks like it so far. They're keeping things short and punchy with lots of little surprises. It's definitely been well choreographed. We talked about how they needed to dominate the news cycle, especially since Trump was engaging in counter-programming. Having Republicans speak is definitely keeping the news cycle full of sound bites to drown out Trump's attempt at disrupting their messaging. We talked about how they couldn't and probably wouldn't just rely on a bunch of former politicians to carry the message. I mean, a theme of the convention is passing the torch. They brought out AOC to address the middle class. She talked about Republican attacks on her working class background. It reminded people Republicans are catering to a billionaire candidate. They aren't all the working class Americans they sometimes pretend to be in their ads. Another big question is about Bernie's economic policy statements, which are more progressive than those advocated by Harris. These questions are flying around in a number of ways. Why would Bernie do this, making her look bad? Why won't Harris adopt Bernie's policies? They sound better. The answer is simple. This is how you move the window. This was planned. Bernie didn't go off script, and Harris knew what he was going to say. Trump's plan is to cast Harris as a radical, with Bernie pushing a more progressive agenda on national TV and Trump pushing a dated one. Harris is suddenly the moderate and not the radical. It was a preemptive move against Trump's line of rhetoric. It'll probably work, especially as more and more Americans see Bernie as being correct. Harris is the candidate finding the middle ground in the minds of independents. Trump is the guy with the ideas from 40 years ago. Overall, it definitely looks like the planners of the event understood the assignment. They're putting together the pageant they needed, and they're going in a way that appeals to people who don't eat, breathe, and sleep politics. People can experience the convention in a long TV broadcast or 60-second clips of videos while scrolling. It's been well planned and executed throughout. They'll obviously need to keep it up, but it seems like they've got it worked out. Dare we hope the Democratic Party has their messaging refined, not just for the convention, but for the next 3 months? No clue. But right now, they're putting on a show, which is the whole point of the convention. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.